It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Bucs and the Eagles, and it's coming up next.
Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situations where he can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. We get a peek at Tom Brady as he brings out this Tampa Bay offense. And Tom Brady in his 22nd season overall and his second in Tampa Bay.
After 2 decades in New England, a change of scenery, and another tremendous season culminating with a Super Bowl title. 40 touchdown pass in the regular season, and most since his record-shattering 50-touchdown season of 2007 in New England. He did have minor knee surgery in the offseason, but he said he's sticking with his plan to play beyond the age of 45, which is still 2 years from now. Look out, NFL. Tom Brady still wants to win.
Brady now on first down. And right away, he lost the football. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Here's Brady. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on third and long.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Mike Evans. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
One of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Well, here come the Eagles on offense, and it's Jalen Hurts at the controls in his 2nd season now out of Oklahoma.
A lot of expectations for Jalen Hurts this year, but he has the support of the franchise, including the man who owns the franchise. Had a 4-game audition at the tail end of last year and did enough that the Eagles sent Carson Wentz to Indianapolis. They're expecting Jalen Hurts to be their quarterback of the present and the future.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, Hurts. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So the completion there, and CD, as we know, trying to defend against an NFL quarterback, that's one thing. Trying to defend against a mobile NFL quarterback, that's quite another. What's the plan here defensively?
Well, the pass rush has to still try and get to him, and especially the guys on the edge, but they're going to go maybe a count slower, right? They want to make sure they don't get too far upfield where he steps up and takes off through a lane. The same is true for those interior guys as well. So you've got to change it up with him. Try and keep him hemmed into the pocket, and occasionally you throw a spy on him. A fast linebacker or one of your extra defensive backs who can dance with him a little bit if he takes off and runs.
And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Flush to his right, and he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Quez Watkins, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Oh, we got it. We got it. Good job, Steve. Good job, Steve.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. So quite a turn of events. This is 1st and goal from the 3. Throwing is Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet.
Nice play there by Shaq Barrett, and he was always going to be hard-pressed to match his 2019 output, where his 19.5 sacks led the NFL. But still in 2020, he put 8 on the board and remains a key cog in the Buccaneers defense.
Boy, you'd hate to squander this great field position. Here's 3rd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he showcased the spin, but couldn't do much else as he's wrangled down. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And he'll get this inside of Philly's 20 before being taken down. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that play will certainly give them a little bit of life. Maybe the late wake-up call that they had been seeking.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. From the gun, it's Brady. Getting it out wide here to Bernard. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
4 yards remain for 2nd down. Again, it's Brady. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Touchdown! Tom Brady with a touchdown pass to Chris Godwin. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The Eagles offense again coming out here 1-2 on the season. They were winners week 1 in Atlanta, but since then have lost at home to the Niners and then on the road in Dallas Monday night week 3. And now coming up, the Eagles getting some tough games all in a row. Home for Kansas City week 4, week 5 at Carolina, and then back home for Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucs in week 6. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Hurts. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Jalen Reagor was the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. So, Charles, we are 3 weeks now into the regular season, and we're left with 5 unbeaten teams. Raiders and Broncos in the AFC, over in the NFC, Panthers, Cards, and Rams, all at 3-0. Maybe not the 5 that we would have predicted when the season started, but of that group, who stands out to you?
Well, I'm going to say absolutely all of them.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down.
Let's see what you got. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that's complete to Sanders. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's the Eagles' new punter for 2021, Aaron Sipos, to punt it away. Jadon Mickens deep for Tampa Bay. Let's take it inside his own 40. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Again, we see Tom Brady and the Bucs set to take over. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Wait 20.
Here's Brady to throw. Caught on the right side by Jones. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Brady gives this one off to Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Throwing on first down is Brady. He's going to drop this one down to Bernard. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
And out of bounds right around the 20. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Brady to throw again. There's Evans again, complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Brady now to throw. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. And the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal. Now Brady again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. You can count his carries on one finger. They've only given him the rock one time, Charles. What gives?
So we can't draw any conclusions just yet. He has to touch the ball multiple times in order to get into a rhythm and have a chance to have success. You know who else gets into a rhythm? The offensive line. They feel better about what they're doing when they know they've had multiple opportunities to get it done.
Yeah, well, the conclusion we can draw so far, they're losing here in the second quarter. Let's see if they change tunes. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end Goddard. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Here we go.
Throwing again on second down. Hurts. Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. Ndamukong Suh in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
And Ndamukong Suh continues to be one of the pillars of a stout Buccaneers defense that helped the team win the Super Bowl last year. 6 sacks in 2020. And if you don't send extra blockers his way, that number will go up.
So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. It was a strong first half from who else? Tom Brady. First up, though, let's take a look at the next-gen stats from the first half for the Bucs. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did. as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Hurts. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on first down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up second and third down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back, but boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Hurts. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Let him know.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Shaquille Barrett able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
They'll run it, Sanders, and he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on 3rd and goal.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. To return is Jadon Mickens. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Get me. Let's go.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. He drops it off for Bernard. Not much there, only a yard. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
To throw again on second down. Brady. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Again, they'll throw with Brady. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he gets it down to the 32.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Brady. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. But now it's 3rd down.
Right now, the story of this game continuing to be the defenses, because the offenses, they're finding it difficult to establish any rhythm whatsoever.
I like how you come to us in praise of defense, Brandon, because that's exactly right. That was an incompletion forced there, but we've seen it throughout this game. Both of these defense coordinators, they're a step ahead of their offensive counterparts.
They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
They'll run on 1st down. Bernard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight one-point game. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Fournette, a first down carry. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. The give is to Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Succop's kick is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Let's do this.
Hurts and the Eagles now. Down 10-6, 1:40 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Pass complete to Ward. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He's back to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Single, single.
He'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Offense.
Oh, what is that?
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Into the secondary, past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Counting down toward a minute to go in this football game. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Back to throw. Into the hands of Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point you have to have a splash play in there as well.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Here's Hurts to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. And they're going to speed things up here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Watkins.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
From the 36, Hurts. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard or playground, didn't it? Yeah, you remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.